guys, in today's video I'm going to go through the step-by-step process of how you go from taking the moringa plant to taking it into bottle form so you can take it with you on the go. Let's get to it. So the first step in my 8-step process of getting moringa to be into pill form is to get yourself some fresh moringa. And I happen to grow moringa in my backyard. It's part of the reason I've created this YouTube channel, because I'm so excited about sharing and participating in the world of moringa growth, to show people how easy it really is, especially if you live in hot climates. I live in Southern California, that you can do the same type of thing for yourself and get yourself fresh moringa. So a caveat is I just wanted to say that my real preferred way of having moringa is fresh. So I usually will go out and just grab a bit of moringa to add to whatever dish I'm creating, or if I am wanting to put it even in my smoothies. So I don't prefer the powdered form. The reason I am going through this process to create powdered tablets is ultimately because, one, I like to have moringa available to me on the go. I am going through a number of tests with myself, with family, and with friends to see how the process of going with moringa for multiple days, how it affects their mood, how it affects their energy levels, their life, their skin, hair growth, a number of other things that have been associated with the powerful nutritional benefits of taking moringa. So my step-by-step process, I am talking a lot over this, but hopefully you're watching. Step 1 was to get some moringa. Step 2 was to break it into smaller bundles. Step 3 we're at right now, which is rinsing your moringa. You can clean it a number of different ways. Typically it's just like a vegetable. You want to clean it something like 3 times. And in this process, what I've done is I will hang my rinsed moringa out to dry. And so I'll just rinse it. I'll leave it in this same state where it hasn't been plucked yet. Other people pluck it and then they'll lay it out to dry right away. I usually will let the moringa plants hang dry to get the water out first before I put them in a state that they can do a little bit more drying. And so I then take my bundles once they've been sufficiently dried from the initial water, and then I'll lay them out and pluck the leaves off of the stems and lay those out for initial drying. Now I put my leaves on wax paper and left them in my garage, which is, to be honest, not the ideal situation. If you have some sort of screen, almost like a window screen, if you have some of those handy, those are going to really do very well for allowing your moringa leaves to get enough air to dry very quickly. Leaving them out to hang dry before you take them off the stems is also perfectly fine. I just happened to do it this way this time. And so there I'm getting some help from my assistant, my daughter. Thank you. I really appreciate the help, and that's a good way to enlist little ones to get them involved. So step 6, let those leaves dry. I let mine dry overnight. Again, they were in wax paper, so it took them a little bit longer. Typically, if you let them hang dry, it'd be about 4 hours. And then step 7, you go ahead and take those dried leaves, dump them into your food processor, whatever you have, to get the powder created. And I said to be called milling, and let it go pretty well. Get that powder created, really ground up there. My daughter's again helping with her little fan. And I then created the piles. That's pretty much all it gives. From all that moringa I cut down 5 big tree growths down, and it turned out to be about 5 little piles. And ultimately, as I sifted through, and you can see what I'm doing is getting away some of the bigger chunks. I'm not as particular about having some of the smaller ones in there. If you were to buy this online, you certainly would want to have it as pure as possible. Since I'm doing it for myself and just for family, I'm not as particular about what's in my, how much I get out of those the little smaller stems, because they're not going to do any damage to me. So then it's the final step, which is going to be the trickiest one. It's certainly recommend getting yourself some sort of pill, I forget what they call these, pill fillers or something like that. So I purchased this 100 pill filler online and then got myself 1,000 capsules to fill size 0. Again, you want to make sure that your sizes match that you buy with your pill filler. And one thing I would say about the ones I got that I was not happy with is the pills I got were not separated. Definitely look for when you buy your pills, it's recommended to have them pre-separated, because I had to spend a bunch of time separating my pills first. And then secondly, I'm not a huge fan of the clear pills, just because it's just hard to see. It's hard to know that you've got the pill entered into its little slot, and so it just for my eyesight, I was having a difficult time working with clear pills, although who knows if there's any damage to having the colored pills. But at any rate, I'm going to look into that for the next time, using colored pills, especially having 2 different colors. I really think that would be helpful. So you're watching here the usage of this particular pill filler. Again, I bought this on Amazon. It's about $30. It took a long time to arrive. I think it arrived all the way from China. But once you get it and once you try to use it, definitely watch the YouTube video. The instructions are difficult to follow. Everything was mostly in, I believe, Chinese. And I had to go watch a YouTube video a couple different times just to make sure I understood how to do it exactly. And once I got that down, it was kind of simple. You can see all you do is just put the things together. I have the top on the top halves on that top section, and then the bottom halves are filled on the bottom, and then you squeeze it together. And once it's squeezed together, all the pills stick into this center platter, and then they easily fall out, just as so. And there's 100 Moringa capsules created just like that in not a lot of time. And I'm going to do this with one hand, trying to pick up all these 100 capsules, and I'm going to demonstrate putting them into a bottle. It's actually very easy, again, with this wax paper. Even one-handed, I don't do too bad. I only miss a few of them right here, spillage. But yeah, so 100. I just took an old capsule bottle, used it to fill it up, and there you go. Got my 100 capsules. I'm excited to use them throughout the days. If you're a fan of Moringa, please like and subscribe, and we'll look forward to more studies coming along soon.